Hello, my friend. Welcome to today's Reiki session. This is a session that's here for you when you're feeling triggered. So whatever that means for you, however that shows up for you, if you are feeling maybe really stressed or anxious, if you just had an interaction in person or over the phone that really triggered you, touched a nerve, if you're having that sort of raw nerve feel, maybe you read some news or you saw something on social media that just kind of hit that nerve. This is going to be here to support you. This is this really beautiful, safe space for you to start to lean back, trust in all the energy that's supporting you in your physical space. But also if you're coming across this video and maybe you just love the Reiki sessions and you love the ASMR, nothing about this session is going to be intense. Nothing about it is going to be heavy. This is a light, caring, but deeply warm and supportive space. So this is just the session that's all about nurturing you and creating the space for you to start to regulate. It's really not helpful when we're triggered and activated to tap into the mental plane. When we engage with the mental plane, when we're really triggered and activated, it's going to be highly skewed in favor of risk and threat assessment because it senses that the heart rate is up. So that's really not useful right now. Right now, the most useful way to focus your energy and shift that energy expenditure is toward self-care. So just taking a moment, doing gentle kind of rubbing motions, I find to be really helpful when I'm starting to get a little bit worked up. If I'm ever in a stressful situation, I'll typically start to kind of do this, rub my shoulders, my collarbone. I usually do that, 2 fingers on either side of my collarbone. Or I might start kind of playing with my lips a little bit. But anything like that that feels like you're like, I'm here, like I've got you. It's almost like you're telling yourself, like, you're good, we're good, it's okay. So I'd like to start with our selenite wands. We're going to go heavy on selenite for this session because it's really just kind of, the trigger is about just sort of like trusting in time and trusting that time will heal and will create waves of new energy. So we're just sort of riding that wave. We're observing it. We're observing. Where is the energy caught? Maybe it's caught in the throat chakra. Maybe it's caught in the chest, and maybe your heart chakra is feeling really tight or really heavy. Often when it's in the chest, then we have a lot of shortness of breath. We want to keep it here. We don't want to go all the way down to the belly because we're not feeling like we can trust that right now. So maybe that's it. Maybe we just need to lift off the weight of this trigger, of this activation point. It could be in your stomach. A lot of people have it in their stomachs where you can start to feel maybe grumbly tummy, constriction. There's a theme here, right? Tight throat, heaviness on the chest, constriction in the tummy. It's our body kind of gearing up. It's our body kind of trying to protect ourselves. So follow that impulse, that physical impulse that we have when we're triggered, but don't engage the mind with it. Instead of tightening as the response to that perceived threat, what we want to do instead is trust that the energy is doing that protection, creating that shell around you that your body is trying to do for you. The energy around you is going to take over that, so you can release the tension in your stomach, release the weight on the chest, release the constriction of the throat, Vishuddha chakra. Release that. Breathe slowly and deeply, and try to only use your mind to thicken and fill up your aura. So we'll talk about ways to do that. But all this constriction, all of this tightness, all of this, it almost feels like there's something on you, tightening or constricting or pushing or leaning on you. So again, this session is about lifting off that weight, lifting it up and releasing it, sloughing it off. So we're going to be using lots of cleansing energies and properties, stones that are really cleansing as well. So let's start with some selenite, one of my favorite, very gentle cleansing stones. These have been charging in the moonlight, the starlight, the sunlight, and the cloud light. They're very powerful, and they're ready just to take any of that energy that you want to release. So just one sweep at a time, we're releasing layers of that tension. Now's not the time to play over a conversation. It's not the time for that. Now's not the time for you to fixate on a thought loop. It's really important to recognize that while you have this thought, there are also so many other thoughts that you can have. So we're just slowly sloughing it off so that we can start to put these things into perspective, okay? Putting things into perspective is such a helpful way of regulating. You might have heard the term in therapy used very often, but in different contexts as well. Facts are your friend. When you're triggered, facts really are your friend. So recognizing that the reason that you're feeling the way that you're feeling right now, really activated, is that, that raw nerve, is because there's something that your mind perceives as a threat, and your body has interpreted that as a signal to shut down or activate in order to fight off this life-threatening physical external threats. But very often the thing that triggered you isn't a saber-toothed tiger. It's not actually life-threatening, but our bodies haven't caught up with this new shift that we experience. Our minds are very old. It's an ancient system and it needs some updating. So this is your update. It's just to say, when you're feeling triggered, recognize that it's the spinning wheel. It's that swirling wheel where things are updating. There's nothing invalid about what you're feeling. Of course your feelings are valid. It's just that right here, right now, the extent of them doesn't need to be magnified right now, just right now, by engaging your brain, which is primed to find things that are threatening. So that's what it's going to focus on when you're triggered. There's nothing wrong with you. Everything is working as it should. You are safe. And you're safe to feel this feeling. It's not about rejecting the feeling. It's just that we're not going to process, think through, analyze, critique, judge, try to find justice or anything. We're not doing that right now. Once we're regulated and we can start to trust the mind-body connection again, then we can shift into more yang energy, that analytical mind. That's so important and powerful when we're processing, to maybe look back and say, all right, what happened there? Why did I get so triggered? Or, what can I learn from this? But that's not what we're doing right now. It's not the time. You just being here with me, just focusing on your breath, focusing on doing your best to allow the tension to dissipate, giving it permission to be sloughed off, to be released. That's all you have to do. That's honestly the most powerful work you can do right now. And if you're not feeling triggered right now, but maybe a friend is feeling triggered, you can always share these sessions with your friends or loved ones. And it can also be something that you come back to when you are feeling triggered or stressed. The reason I wanted to do this session was because I had a triggering situation the other day. It's kind of a tender time of year for me. This is when my mom passed away. And on the day that she passed away, there was just a lot of stuff that kept coming up. Just things with other people and stuff like that. And there was just a lot that came up for me. And it was kind of a busy day. I tried to not do too much on that day, but it just happens sometimes. It's where the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And so I was having to kind of feel the feeling and then regulate and go for it and do things. In any case, I recognized that my heart was really beating fast, even in those regulatory moments in the in-between. My breath was really kind of stuck a little bit higher up. My shoulders were starting to get tense. My neck was starting to kind of close up. My throat started feeling tight. And what I realized is how helpful it is to have a safe space, even if you're just creating that safe space energetically for yourself. And one of the most powerful things is just to recognize, oh, this was actually more triggering than I realized. Like I didn't realize how much this had really affected me just because of the day and because I was like, oh, okay, that's what's going on here. Taking a moment then, even if you don't have time to, do a whole self-care ritual or anything like that, but even just taking a moment, I was in the car, taking a moment and just envisioning an orb of light all around me, sending Reiki into that orb. And if you're not an energy practitioner, an energy healer, just imagine that whole orb filling with glimmering light. If it's daytime, imagine that the sun, even if it's cloudy, is piercing through the clouds, or the rain. If it's sunny, it's just the sun is cascading down and filling up this orb with that warm, glimmering light. Physically warm, not just color warm, physically warm light filling you up. And then you're safe and protected. You're cocooned in this beautiful orb of protection. I'm going to put one of these behind your head and one of them at your feet so that we can really clear and cleanse the entire midline of your body. And then it's really about like creating this beautiful orb all around you, having these energies meet. You tuck this under here. Is that comfortable? On your feet. Now I'll tuck this behind your head. Okay, beautiful. Let's light our candle and set our intention. We're going to be using this Palo Santo natural coconut wax apothecary candle. And I want you to think for a moment about what you want to call in. Maybe it's a feeling. Maybe it's lightness. Maybe it's trust. Maybe it's confidence. Maybe it's self-belief. Maybe you want to feel strong. Maybe you just want to feel empowered. Obviously, that's at the heart of all of the work that we do here together, is empowering you to heal yourself, empowering you to break through those blockages. But maybe we just need an extra boost of that power today. You might place your hand on your tummy, on your solar plexus, and connect with any feelings that you have that are in support of that. So there's a way that you are able to connect with the emotion that you want to amplify in small ways. So for example, let's say you're really triggered, you're really activated right now, but the way you want to feel is confident. Let's go with that. So finding little ways where confidence already exists within you. Okay, so let's say I am confident that if I look at my hand and I want to move my hand down and back up, that will happen. So look at your hand and say, I am confident that if I intend to put my hand down and then back up, that will happen. I am confident that if I want to slow my breathing, I can do that. And then we amplify. We amplify that feeling. Hold it tight and allow it to grow. You can allow it to fill with light. Just that feeling, that sense. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered, most aligned self, in loving comfort and in perfect balance, I wish to conduct this Reiki session to soothe, to support, to nurture, and to empower as you allow the emotions, the strong emotions, to wash over you. You stay firm and grounded. You are the rock upon which the waves of this emotion crash. You are still here, just as yourself, unchanged, while the waves of this emotion wash over you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're amazing. You're strong. You're powerful. Deep, slow breath. And now you don't have to set your own intention if you just don't want to, but just simply maybe lean into that feeling that you want to feel. Envision that feeling. How does that manifest for you, whatever that feeling is? If it's, you want to feel self-love, maybe it's this embrace. If you want to feel confident, maybe it's this standing head held high. Whatever it is, just allow a vision or a feeling to really come to the forefront of your senses. Then we'll seal that on this flame, and as long as it's in service of your own and everyone else's highest, wisest, best selves, then we'll honor that intention and see it through time and space to when, whenever it's applicable. Gorgeous. The candle's just going to flicker away. And now I'd like to just place a few stones on your aura. I want to use some Botswana agate. Might have put it somewhere else. Well, we'll start with this beautiful labradorite. I'm going to place this just here, calling in that dreamlike state. It's also a very peaceful stone. I have here some howlite. And I want to use that with this blue lace agate. I also want to place another stone on you. Jade, very loving stone. Gentle, loving stone. Doing this one-handed is probably not ideal. And then I have this beautiful green moonstone. That's a very beautiful one for allowing the fluidity of emotions, allowing it to flow like a river. It's a beautiful river stone. So howlite is this gorgeous stone that's wonderful for calm, serenity. It's a great stone for sleep. Just a beautiful, peaceful, calm stone. Howlite. And then this one here is a blue lace agate. It's a very gentle, calm, and peaceful stone as well. But it's a great one for the throat chakra, so I'm going to use this to clear any of that stagnant or stuck energy in the throat chakra. But using them both together to amplify that peace and serenity, and to invite this really gorgeous, peaceful, smooth energy throughout your entire aura. You are doing a wonderful job. Even you just being here, just agreeing, recognizing that you're triggered, recognizing that something's going on. Do you know how few people are actually connected to what's happening for them? It's beautiful. It's so powerful that you're here. I'm going to place this blue lace agate right on your throat to just open this space up, open up that chakra, and allow you to feel the weight just come off and be replaced by this soothing, cooling, beautiful, opening energy. Beautiful. And now I'm going to place this howlite right on your third eye, allowing you to just let the stone melt into your third eye and calm your mind. Calm your sixth chakra, your Ajna chakra, and then just move throughout your entire head, neck, crown. Soothing. It's like a breath of fresh air, that stone. It's very soothing. It's very comforting. Okay. You're doing a great job. Let me take care of your right hand. Placing your hands on your belly. Now accessing the root chakra with your hips here. I'm just working my thumb into the center of your palm there. Your palm chakra here. And you're grounding, and you're allowing this energy to flow. When we get triggered, sometimes we just, like I said, we close off. And that really stagnates the flow of energy. So we just want to get everything moving again. You are safe. You can even place your hands outside of your hips and just gently squeeze, almost like a little mini hug with your hands. Squeeze on your hips and just say, I am safe. You could also, if it's available to you, wrap your hands around your stomach and kind of access like that. Like a little hug, but a little bit lower, like you're hugging your hips. I don't know if you can see that. Like you're hugging there. If that's not available, kind of hugging your belly and just a big hug to say, you're safe, you're safe. I'm going to come through with some more selenite. I'm going to do some cleansing in the mental plane. Just clearing any of that mental chatter, any of that mental noise. It's just not helpful right now. Okay, beautiful. I have this band, and I'm just going to use this to waft any energy that's still remaining stagnant down, out, and through. Down, out, and through, so that it can be reused, recycled, transmuted, and transformed into something really helpful and useful energetically for somebody else. Because having that charge of energy, that's what that trigger is. It's like a charge, an energetic charge. That's really helpful for someone. Maybe someone is timid, they don't want to, step out, they're feeling uncomfortable. Maybe there's something that takes a lot of courage. They can use that same jolt of energy, that charge of energy, to take the first step. Maybe go introduce themselves to somebody, or to step out on stage and do a speech or perform or something. But it takes that energy. Energy is beautiful, and it can be recycled, and all of the energy that's around is just recycled and transmuted and invited into you as you move through it, and then it's invited into someone else and someone else. So it's really beautiful. So there's no resentment toward this feeling. There's no, it just is. And now we release. So deep breath in and release. All of these grapevines are from my property. We have a lot of wild grape growing. It's just so beautiful. I'm making wreaths out of it. It's just so pretty. So it's going to be transmuted by the fire, the candles, and also the grapevine. I love those little tendrils. It's so pretty. One more. You're doing such a good job. It's all working. Everything is working as it should. It's really powerful that you feel charged. It means that you're able to channel and access energy. It's a beautiful thing. It's really beautiful. I'm going to be a little bit more careful about where I spray this rose mist, because I don't want to get it on our selenite ones, because they're water soluble. We don't want them to dissolve. So I won't spray near your crown or your feet or here at your roots. So we'll focus here, your mid chakras. I love this, particularly in the warmer months. It just feels so nice. I'll spray here. It feels so nice, right? It's beautiful. Okay, my dear, you are safe. You are protected. There are energies all around you, swirling all around you, protecting you. Oh, there's a little fuzzy. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Maybe that's on the lens. You are safe, you are protected. There are energies swirling all around you that are protecting you. You can access that. I call in protection, I call in safety. Okay, my dear, I'm so proud of you. Take really good care of yourself, okay? Take really good care of each other. And until we meet again, be so, so well, okay? Namaste. Hello, my lovely, lovely patrons. This session is going to be all about just like sending love into the hands. Our palms are these like entry and access points for so many different energies to flow in. So doing Reiki hand massages I find really helpful. So soothing. So I'm just going to be sending this energy towards you. I love using things from nature to send healing energy. You know I love using things like driftwood, stones, all the earthly elements. I love using water as a healing element. Good. So sending that love towards you. And see if you can just maybe breathe it in. Fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and achieve objectives. Cool. This is going to be a really powerful time for you. 2 super empowering cards. You have this fiery energy and you have like the earth and the roots and the ancestors. It's like star and earth and fire. Find as comfortable a position as you can. Maybe close your eyes. You could lie down, whatever feels right for you. And let's begin today with gratitude. Whatever position you find yourself